Hi guys, Lewted here with yet another tank stream. It's funny because I wasn't even going to stream today, but then I remembered I said that I was going to play Rome 2 again and stream it, and I'm pretty sure I said that on stream too. That's usually how my brain works. I say on stream and then I say it again to myself. Anyway, I've been on Rome 2 for the past few days, besides streaming Attila. I might just go back to Rome 2 because Attila's multiplayer is becoming quite toxic. But I'm still going to do the campaigns and then finish all the grand campaigns, finish the Visigoths as well. The Visigoths are the only faction I haven't gotten yet. The Visigothic Kingdom, rather. Anyway, actually, I don't even know if I updated my... I don't think I did. Just give me a second. I don't think I updated my stream title. Oh no, I did. Okay, good. So, like the title says, or if you don't get it already, today's stream is gonna be on Rome. And I do have a few Roman people playing Rome here, so I'm gonna start off with my latest replay, just because it's probably the best I have right now. What I'm going to try to talk about this stream is using units that aren't meta. Like, notice how the only actual Roman units in this army are the Triarii, the elephants, and the Velites, of course. The elephants are not Roman. The Socii Equites are Italian. Socii Extraordinari are Italian. Socii Hastati are Italian. And then, of course, there's the general, but nobody really cares about him.
Formation! Formation!
Soldiers, remember your ancestors as you go into battle. Make sure they witness no cowardice today. They were mighty men and sired mighty sons. Be worthy of them. Now, stand your ground and make ready.
Yeah!
Now, just a little pretext to this battle. It lasted about 15 minutes. But, my opponent wasn't going to play as Rome. He said that Rome is a noob faction, overpowered, too easy. To counter this, I brought a very, very non-meta Roman army to see if his theory was true. Now, I did put some experience on my units, only because they are underpowered. So that's why these Socii Extraordinari have 55 attack and 68 defense. But the main gist is still the same. Like, I got 36 attack on these guys, and these guys have 28 in base value. Still not getting a good price for what I'm getting, or for what I have. But I'm trying to prove a point here that the Romans are overpowered if you know how they work. I don't think my opponent knew how they work, and you're going to see why I'm saying that.
Advance at speed!
I would never bring something like this in a normal battle, but I said to myself, he's right about them being overpowered, but he's wrong. Well, he's right about them being a noob faction, but he's wrong about them being overpowered. They're just really strong, and you have to know how they work. He brought no skirmishers. He did bring 2 cav and his generals here.
Forward! Roma Invicta!
We both have Caesar as our general. He, however, kind of misused his abilities. I think he used them a bit too early. I used mine a bit too late, but just in time to protect my units. Anyway, so he has Principes on this flank. I'm pretty sure it's different here. Yeah, legionaries. So when I saw these Principes, I knew my first attack had to be on these 3 units. His main line if I'm correct, had veteran legionaries, but he also had Praetorians. Praetorians in his center, veteran legionaries on their flank. He had three, no. Yeah, he did have 3 Praetorians. And about seven veteran legionaries. So his army is very strong.
Quickly now.
In fact, his army is
For
overpowered
Rome.
compared to mine. But I know how the Rome works, so when I see this big gap between these two sections of his army, I know that this side is going to be very easy to take down. However, I have to actually keep him.
Advance at speed.
I have to give him something to fight, because if I don't, he's just going to retreat, and that just wastes the opportunity.
Riders, advance.
See, notice how I did take casualties, but I didn't, like, stop.
At speed.
Now, here's the funny thing. By this point, it takes about 15 seconds for pretty much any unit to throw their precursors again, based on the files.
Extemplo.
Now, I kind of mistimed it, and that's why he was able to get another volley off.
Forward.
Now, he's made a very, very bad mistake. Again, not playing to Rome's strengths. Look at the distance between these two units. Even if he wanted to get these elephants, it's too late now, because they're going to get charged. This unit's going to get charged by the elephants. Then it's going to follow up with Triarii, who are going to finish them off.
Forward. Coming in.
I'm essentially knocking some of my Triarii over too.
Forever loyal. As you say.
Now, he's panicking a bit, trying to come over here.
Riders at the double. Quickly now.
These Principes are kind of in a bad position. He's trying to retreat, but I'm not letting him. He's trying to retreat with these Principes. Again, very interesting.
Riders, advance.
I'm being very careful with my elephants. Don't want them to take a full volley. Elephants already have 72 kills. He hasn't answered. My Triarii haven't took a casualty. And this unit, I think, is going to run.
Happy to serve, Rome.
Yeah. So over here, I noticed that these legionaries were starting to be a bit too aggressive. So I kind of scared them away with my Veliers. But they're going to come back because of the micro and stuff.
Quickly now.
Now, I saw this unit a bit separated, but
Advance at speed.
after a while I decided that it wasn't worth it. Now, here's the funny thing. I was trying to micro these elephants to come over here, but I kind of got the cavalry instead. The elephants, what they can do is they can go around here and get to these units who are going to start engaging my center, which also includes the Socii, which can't stand up to any of these units. So I just screen right here with my Triarii, screen here with these 2 units of Triarii. He has no counter except the cavalry, but the cavalry can't effectively counter elephants. He'd have to use one of these units to make them run amok. I noticed that this unit is separated, so I use my unit of Triarii to get into the flanks.
In service to Rome.
He sees an opportunity to take out this unit of Socii, but again, that's kind of what I want. Socii are used as meat shields. However, there's also another problem. This unit, because he's going to use this unit to charge here.
Advance at speed.
Now, all you really have to do is hold up these 5 units using my Triarii. I could probably use this one as well. That's what I was thinking. My Velites can skirmish for a while. This unit of Triarii can go into square, which I'm fine with. My Velites can continue skirmishing. And they survived a lot of precursors.
Quickly now!
Now here's the funny thing. He tried to counter
Riders, advance!
with this unit, which is what I expected. But then I didn't expect this unit to join in. He got a bit clumsy with his units and was trying to get the elephants.
Quick march!
He did make them run amok, which was problematic, but notice how he can't kill them effectively because it's only 1 or 2 volleys. So I use these units of Cav to make sure that they don't try to do another volley. Meanwhile, the elephants are getting a bunch of kills. Over here, my Triari are holding up very well. Remember, Triari are tanky as hell, and they're very good. But in most like decent normal armies, you'd only want to use swords.
As you wish!
So by this
As you
point,
command!
this is when he uses Presence and Loyalty of the 10th. I already used Loyalty of the 10th, but notice how Presence doesn't affect these units. Loyalty of the 10th made these Socii Astari go up to 74 defense, and these ones also. But I didn't have to use it on my entire army, which was the point. Yes, his Equites did have a bunch of defense, but it didn't really make a difference because I was going to hit their rear anyway, and when you hit a unit in the rear, their defense goes to 0. So by now I'm out microing him, and it's very obvious. My elephants came back, but then he threw another volley into them. Made them run amok again.
At
The
speed!
problem is he's not paying attention to his general, so I actually get a rear hit into his general.
Charge!
Thankfully not frontally
Double
because
time! With the armors!
that wouldn't have been helpful. Rear hit into these units. Elephants are still getting a bunch of kills, which is what I want.
Square
I
formation!
put these guys into square. These guys I didn't put into square because it wasn't necessary. This unit of Triari didn't get a lot of kills because of the amount of precursors they got.
Withdraw! Break advance!
The elephants are going to come around eventually. But because there's enough support around here that he can't keep on throwing precursors, and I think this was his downfall, again, not playing to Rome's strengths. Because he couldn't throw that many precursors, there wasn't much he could do. Now, yes, I noticed that after the fact that I did throw some precursors into my own elephants. That was my fault, but I wasn't paying too much attention. Fixed the problem afterwards.
Yes, Commander! Riders!
He's using his general to
Yes,
get my
Commander.
Velites off the field, but they've already thrown their precursors, so it's fine. My Triari are doing what they're supposed to, being tanky, while my other units, such as my elephants, are getting most of the kills. My Triari over here finally routed. This one is still fighting very effectively.
Quickly now! Tribunus! Advance
I was actually surprised when I saw this unit of Socii Study still alive. Because I would have expected by this point they would have been done, but he was mismicroing a lot of his units. Got a nice charge into this unit, but couldn't pull out in time. Make sure these Socii Extraordinary got into these legionaries.
As you command!
And effectively, I've tied down 5 units here and created an opportunity for myself to actually win by separating his army. I got a bit clumsy with that charge there, but it kind of did what I wanted it to do, which was tie those units down temporarily. This unit of Cav is tying down this unit of legionaries. This Cav tied down this unit long enough. Now by this point I actually wasn't paying too much attention to my elephants, but I was still microing them. They're still getting a lot of kills because he's not providing a reasonable answer. His general is going to rout. Unfortunately I couldn't kill him, but can't always get what you want.
As you command!
So I was able to rout him. This unit still has precursors,
We understand!
surprisingly.
Riders at the double! Riders, advance! Break advance!
Now I noticed that this unit of legionaries was trying to get the elephants. They actually took down one here, but I was trying to make sure that they didn't get into my elephants anymore. This unit could have went into them, so I avoided that. Went right back into these Praetorians to rout them, make sure that I can
For glory!
separate them. Now I think he was trying to get a charge into them with this unit, but because he was moving, these units are going to get rid of this unit a lot quicker than I expected. He uses this unit of Principes to charge in. Now you go into square again, but you can't because they lost too many men. But they were tanky, and that's all I needed. That's it.
Riders at the double!
I saw this unit retreating. I knew I had to tie him down, but I don't think I got him in time. This unit of elephants is tired, is very tired by this point, but can still get a lot of kills. 316 kills by this point. The fact that he actually let my elephants live for this long is terrible. He had a much better army, if I say so myself. I had 4 cavalry, he had 2, but he had veteran legionaries, Praetorians, and all I had to do was just hold them down and use the elephants, separate his army, and then just repeat the process.
Quick march! Advance at speed!
By this point, the general fled, so the morale went down a bit. I'm going to lose my general in a few seconds, but right now I'm doing pretty good. The balance of power went from being in his favor when the battle began to going into the middle, so there's still a chance I could win. But it's a good thing that the civilized factions are disciplined, because it's not like a huge deal by the end of the battle. Like now we're just finishing up the rest of this. Now I did make a slight mistake, but by this point it didn't really matter. Notice how I brought my elephants over here. What I should have done was I should have got my cav here. But I separated my elephants a bit too early. And the problem was these guys didn't throw the decursives, but I thought they did. And as you can see, they're going to get rid of them. Now, he just killed my general, but I can still tie down this unit. It was kind of sad though, because I could have kept him alive a bit longer.
Yes, Commander. Orders understood.
For the gods!
But by this point,
Understood.
I knew that the battle had gone in my favor,
Double time! At the double!
so I didn't really care.
Forward!
And he kept on retreating his units for some reason.
Quickly now! Advance at speed! Advance! Bring advance! Riders at the double! Advance at speed! Forward!
Dominate!
Riders, advance! Riders at the double! Quickly now! Riders at the double! Riders, advance! Riders at the
And yeah, by this point I knew that the battle was pretty much done. just completed it by throwing some cav into the mix. And yeah. 1 second, I gotta get that.
Understood! Riders, advance!
That's pretty much it.
Victory! Away!
I was actually surprised that I won. I didn't really care if it was a costly victory or not, but look at the differences between how many men we deployed and the losses. Like, I would have expected myself to get about maybe 1,500, but I got 1,353 instead. Most of my Socii extraordinaries survived well, or did well. The Hastati did okay. These two, not so much, but the 65 and 72 kills are pretty good. 14 kills isn't too impressive. Again, though, it's the tankiness that I cared about. This unit of Triari did more than I expected, and the elephants got 316. I think, to refute what he said earlier, the Romans are, in fact, a new faction. Very easy to learn, very easy to master once you know how the game works, once you know how they work. But to say they're overpowered, well, I just kind of refuted that a bit. He used Praetorians, he used veteran legionaries, and he used Principes. All of those are Roman. The only Roman units I used were Triari, Velites, and the General. The other units were just Socii, or Italian. So in essence, I don't think they're overpowered. I think you just need to know how they work in order to really do well with them. This battle is a bit different. It's me playing as Pergamon, my ally being Macedon, against the Seleucids and the Arverni. Speaking of the Arverni, I have to play as them a bit more often.
Orders understood!
I do not want to draw the sword in anger. But by Ares, once it is drawn, I will fight. I expect nothing less of you, brave soldiers. The gods, too, look on in keen expectation. Let us show them glory.
I've been getting a few bad battles in Rome too, but I've been getting worse battles in Attila.
Quick
Like,
march!
the guy that I was playing against yesterday, no, playing with yesterday, just spammed auxiliary when he was playing as a Roman expedition. And that's what I hate about Attila. There's so much focus on shock cav. It's just like Empire and light dragoons. Like even in Napoleon, light infantry aren't. There is no like single unit that people would spam that's effective. In Empire, it's light dragoons, long riflemen of the United States, and I think there's another unit, but mostly it's light dragoons. I think some people in Napoleon would spam melee infantry because, in theory, you can't counter melee infantry effectively in anything that's not an open battle. Like you can't counter them in siege battles effectively unless you're using artillery. Now, yesterday I was trying to see if I could upgrade my graphics for Rome 2 and Attila, and I realized that I wasn't using all of my processors, so I think now I am. I completely forgot that I could do that in MS-config.
Yes, Commander. At the double.
So anyway, as Pergamon, I brought 3 Galatian swordsmen, 3 Hoplites, 2 Agama spears, one of which is the general, 2 Galatian spears, 3 slingers, and my cavalry is over here, 2 Hippeus lancers and 1 Pergamene's noble cav. See, Pergamon wasn't my favorite faction when the Black Sea colonies came out. But what I've realized with them is that they have a high tier shock cav unit that I think is cheaper than the Seleucid's counterpart. They have three Galatian units, one of which is actually a unit that's shared with pretty much every Gallic faction. That's what I want to say. And overall, you have a bunch of low-tier units. A mid-tier spear unit that's known for being reliable for holding, but doesn't have a lot of killing power. And then you have shock cav. Hippeus lancers are good. However, what's better is that they have their own shock cav unit and their own spear unit too, but more the shock cav because it just allows you to do a lot of damage, make the infantry cost effective in most cases. Now, this battle didn't take too long. We're not actually going to defeat them, but I saved it anyway because I'm trying new things with the Pergamon, with these guys.
No! Yes, Commander. At speed! By your command! At speed!
Now, my Agama spears, the beauty of Agama and Therios spears is that they are a spear unit that have 80 range and javelins. And people underestimate them. They're so useful for dealing with pikemen, but they're pretty deadly against slingers too, because slingers do a lot of damage to lightly armored units, but not javelin men because they have shields, and not Therios or Agama spears because they have shields and armor. Better armor, anyway.
Advance at speed!
So I was using this unit of Agama spears to deal damage to these spears, because I was planning on charging them with my Galatian swords, but then I changed my mind when I saw these Eastern spearmen and the cavalry that I could just push at, then use my Gamma spears to counter these spears.
Get running!
Now people say, I've seen and heard this a lot, but people often say that Warhammer is the first Total War game that offers that makes you feel that each faction is different. And I was saying to myself, that's not true because Rome 2, in theory, is the first one. Shogun 2, every faction was the same, but they had different bonuses. Even Fall of the Samurai was the same. And then Napoleon, the only playable factions, or the factions that most people play, were the major ones. The minor ones barely got played. I played them because I knew how the game worked and saw them to be good. In Empire, every faction's a major faction. Every playable faction's a major faction.
No! They will not.
But then Rome 2 gave you different cultures, and that's all anybody could ask for. Now notice that I'm using these 2 units of cav, one of which is the Pergamese Noble Cav. The entire purpose of scaring away these cav was to actually rout these Eastern Spearmen. I did take some damage myself, but it wasn't too bad. Routed this unit very convincingly.
Understood. Orders understood.
For some reason, he's going for my Pergamese Noble Cav.
Aim for the horse. Advance at speed. Riders at the double. Quick march. Advance. Forward. Follow quick march. Warriors, move out.
My Galatian spears took a beating, but they still they're still beating these units up pretty good.
Quickly now. Advance at speed. By your command. Understood. Quickly now. At the double.
Now, for some reason, these guys had their backs to the chosen spearmen. Not something I'm too happy with, but I only noticed after the battle. I was dealing with the slingers, I know that much, but I didn't think their backs had to be to these guys. Using his Galatian Gallic hunters.
Yes,
Galatian. His Gallic hunters to deal with my Hippias lancers.
Quickly now! Socrates! Orders understood! As you command! Forward! Riders at the double! Forward!
I should have been more aggressive, for sure. But I saw these birds pikemen and thought it wasn't a good idea. I let these cav get into my Galatian swords and made them cost ineffective.
Forward! For glory!
Galatian spears are good though, so
By your command! Orders
I might play as a
understood!
Swebby this stream. How much time do I have?
Yes, Commander!
Okay, I have about 30 minutes. Maybe less than 30.
Riders at the double! Advance at speed! Riders advance! Forward!
I should have had these guys back in formation attack when I saw the Earth Ring coming, but I didn't.
By your command! By your command! For glory! And for glory! Orders
Fortunately,
understood.
I did have cavalry to
As
spare,
you
so
command.
I used them to cyclocharge the units here, including the general.
As you command. By your command.
As you command! And forward! Charge!
Get ready. Quickly now.
But yeah, I should have had these guys in formation attack.
Grand Cashew! Advance at speed! As you command!
By your command!
Riders at the double!
And pretty much the battle ended a few seconds later.
Forward! Advance at speed!
We probably would have won anyway. I got the most kills, which usually happens in Rome 2. It comes down to me getting the most kills. And yeah, I'm not going to show the other ones. I might save that for another day. It's a shame that they didn't add Nightmare Mode to Attila. However, if I'm correct, there might be a mod for that, so there's usually a mod for everything in this game. I was gonna play as the Suebi again, as the Romans again on stream, but or maybe what I could do is I could play as the Romans here and then play as the Suebi off stream, show the replay tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, Thursday, because tomorrow I'm going to be busy. Show it on Thursday and then everything's good. So last time I used mostly non-Roman units. This time it's going to be similar. I'm going to bring Socii Extraordinari and Triari, but I have to be careful because I'm going up against Carthage and the Seleucids. And like I said before, oh no, I actually didn't say that. I said the Hoplites weren't effective against pikes, but most spears aren't effective against pikes either. That's why the Spartans have a hard time dealing with pikes. I'm going to bring 2 spear gladiatrices. Two gladiatrices. Oh, I already have that. I thought you didn't. Alright, we might have a problem. Because this army is going to demand 4 cav. If I'm correct, this guy was ready, but I'm not sure. If he's not, he left anyway, so. At this rate, we're gonna get nobody. I don't have a lot of time. Actually, I saw another one. No, that one we were in. Yeah, this one I saw. 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to get a quick 1v1 with this guy. So I have to win this in about 10 minutes. We'll try.
Our orders! We understand!
Archers!
Gladiator spearmen!
Scrappers ready! Warriors ready! Fearless warriors!
Priori! Equites! Commander, at your service. Gladiator spearmen! No orders?
I do not like Greeks. They hide their womanly ways behind witty manners and clever remarks, while disdaining honest Roman virtues. Will they still be witty when they are dying, I wonder? To arms!
Legatus!
Advance at speed! Quickly now!
Now, this is an interesting army. You have the 3 Samnite warriors, which you usually see. Hellenic Royal Guard, 2 Thurios spears. Gotta be careful of those.
Ready!
Yeah, I can still beat them, so
Rappers ready!
that's fine. It's just these Samnite warriors I have to watch out for. Might use my Triari against them. But I'm gonna take this slowly. He has peltasts. Want to get rid of those.
General!
Riders advance! For the gods!
Ready and waiting! Riders, advance!
Legatus!
Forward! Riders of the double! Equites!
Forward!
My cavalry are gonna
Riders at the
be
double!
countering
Battle! Ready
his
and eager!
Double time!
Orders! Run, curse you! Warriors ready! Warriors, move out! Ready for battle! Warriors, move out!
Okay, he is retreating.
Ah! Run, curse you! Orders! Get
Ready and
running! Battle
Forward!
ready!
At speed! Archers!
At
Orders! Run,
Orders!
curse you!
In service to Rome!
Charge! Ah!
Advance at speed!
Equites!
Warriors ready!
Triarii! At speed!
Equites!
Riders, advance! Riders at the double!
Spears ready!
Commander,
Equites!
brave Romans to a man!
Equites!
Yes, Commander!
Ready!
Oh, he's
Melee cavalry!
Our orders! Advance at speed! Equites!
Orders understood! By your command! Archers!
Awaiting orders! Double time!
Triarii! Double time! Archers!
Our orders! Double time!
What
Ready?
are your orders? At speed! Advance at speed!
Oh shoot. Shoot. It's a good thing he's in shield wall. 'Cause I was gonna say, oh no, that's pike phalanx. Right, that's right, it's a Hellenic Royal Guard.
My lord! Quick march! Double
But he still got
time!
them with his Thurios spears.
Archers!
At the ready!
Find
Ready?
your targets! What are your orders?
Steady away!
Ready!
Quickly
Ready! Battle ready!
Spearmen at the ready.
Fearless warriors!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Advance at speed! Double time! Advance at speed!
Orders! Run, curse you! Battle ready!
Orders!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Socii!
Warriors ready!
The men are wavering.
Up for glory! Advance! At your service.
Gladiators ready!
Ah! Melee! Ready! Break off!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
We hunger for blood and battle!
Riders!
Orders! Get running!
What are your orders?
Now would be a good time to activate.
Riders! At the double!
Orders understood.
Doesn't affect this unit, but that's fine.
Battle
Just have to get
ready!
rid of this one.
Run, curse you!
Orders, my lord!
Equites!
Melee horsemen!
Extempo!
Advance at speed!
Archers!
Fire! For duty! Advance at speed! Quick march! At full glory! Orders! Quickly now! Riders! At the double! Advance!
Extraordinary! Archers!
Warriors ready!
Guess I don't wanna continue. Anyways, I'm gonna have to end the stream. It's been about an hour already, but yeah. I guess thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye, guys.